Is Sony about to shake up the high-resolution camera market? Because the A7R VI rumors are not small. We're talking about a possible 102-megapixel stacked sensor, 8K at 60 frames per second, and video specs that start to blur into cinema territory. The A7R V already leads in detail, but this could be more than an upgrade. It could redefine the lineup. In this video, we're breaking down the sensor options, what stacked tech means for speed and rolling shutter, and the one real-world issue that could make or break this camera. Stay tuned, that last part really matters. Let's start with the heart of the machine. The A7R series has sat at 61 megapixels for years, respectable, but the competition is closing in fast. Leaked reports suggest Sony is currently testing two very different directions. The first is a 67 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. Now, 6 extra megapixels sounds underwhelming on its own, but the stacked part is the real story here. Stacking memory directly onto the sensor dramatically accelerates readout speeds, with reports suggesting a full 60 frames per second sensor readout. That means the rolling shutter problem that has haunted high-resolution cameras for years could effectively disappear. We're also hearing 14-bit RAW stills at 30 FPS, which puts the A7R VI directly in A1 Mark II territory. Then there's the wild card, a 102-megapixel sensor. That number would make the A7R VI a medium-format killer in a full-frame body, a genuine dream for landscape photographers chasing billboard-sized prints. But it raises real questions about diffraction limits and whether even the best G-Master glass can actually resolve that much detail. Either way, the era of the slow, non-stacked high-res sensor is over. Sony is moving on. Here's where things get genuinely exciting and a little unexpected. The A7R line has always been a stills-first tool. Video was the S-line's territory, but the A7R VI looks set to tear that boundary down completely. If the 67-megapixel stacked sensor is the chosen path, we're looking at 10K video at 30 FPS, 8K at 60 FPS, and 4K at 120 FPS. All without the heavy sensor crops that made previous generation video modes frustrating to use. And before you ask, yes, 10K feels like overkill for delivery in 2026, but the real value isn't in the output resolution, it's in the editing flexibility. Shooting 10K gives you enormous room to crop, reframe, and stabilize in post, while still delivering a razor-sharp 8K or 4K master. That kind of headroom changes how you shoot, not just how you deliver. Paired with rumored DCG HDR dual conversion gain technology for improved dynamic range, a next-generation Bionz XR2 processor, and 9.0 stops of in-body stabilization, this is no longer just a landscape camera, it's a hybrid monster. Now let's talk about the reality check that deserves more attention than it's getting. Cramming a high-speed stacked sensor, whether that's 67 or 102 megapixels, into a compact alpha body and then asking it to record 10K video is a thermal engineering challenge that can't be understated. Sony has made real progress, with improved cooling vents and magnesium alloy heat sinks, but at some point physics pushes back. The FX series solved this with a bulky internal fan. Can Sony keep the classic A7R form factor and still manage the heat load that 10K recording demands? That question doesn't have a confirmed answer yet, and until it does, it sits as the single biggest variable between these leaked specs sounding impressive and actually delivering in sustained real-world use. Before you start clearing shelf space, here's the timing reality. Mass production for the new sensor is slated for Q4 of 2026, which puts an official announcement in late 2026 and retail availability likely in early 2027. Sony follows a very deliberate release cadence, and with the FX3 Mark II and A7S4 also overdue for refreshes, the A7R VI has to find its specific slot in the roadmap. It won't be rushed. What we also know is that the rumored Skeletal Prediction 2.0 AI autofocus, which supposedly anticipates movement before it happens, is expected to be part of the package. At that point, the camera is doing so much of the work, you almost have to ask who the photographer is. But that's a conversation for another video. So, here's the honest take. If the stacked sensor rumors are true, whether it's 67 or 102 megapixels, the A7R VI finally fixes the biggest weakness of the R series: speed. It goes from a pure stills camera to a true flagship hybrid. But if you're already using an A7R V, 61 megapixels is still more than enough for most workflows, unless you need 8K 60p or faster readout for action. This could be diminishing returns. So what do you think? Total overkill, or already planning the upgrade? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Did Sony just bring back one of the most iconic compact cameras ever made? Because after 6 long years of silence, the RX100 series is suddenly back on the radar, and this time it looks serious. The Sony RX100 VIII has officially appeared on Sony's 2026 release roadmap, and the leaks are starting to paint a very clear picture. New sensor, faster processor, smarter autofocus, and video upgrades that could finally match modern expectations. So in this video, we are breaking down everything we know so far, what these leaks actually mean in real life, and whether the RX100 VIII could become the ultimate pocket camera once again. So let's start with the obvious question. Why now? Why did Sony wait 6 years before touching this lineup again? You know what's funny? The longer a product disappears, the higher the expectations become. The RX100 VII was already impressive back in 2019, but technology has moved fast. Smartphones got smarter, mirrorless cameras got faster, and creators started demanding more from compact gear. Sony clearly understands that. This is not just a routine update, it feels like a reset, a chance to remind everyone why the RX100 series became legendary in the first place. Now, here's where things get interesting. The biggest rumor surrounding the RX100 VIII is a brand new 1-inch stacked sensor paired with the latest image processor. On paper, that combination sounds powerful, but in real life, it translates into something very simple: better image quality in difficult situations, cleaner photos at night, faster shooting with less lag, and potentially sharper detail across the frame. Early reports even suggest improved low-light performance by up to 2 stops compared to the previous model. That is not a small jump. That is the difference between struggling to capture a moment and confidently getting the shot. Autofocus is another area where Sony is expected to push forward. The previous model already had excellent tracking, but the new version could take it even further with advanced subject detection powered by artificial intelligence. Think about fast-moving subjects like kids, pets, or sports action. Instead of hunting for focus, the camera locks on instantly and stays there. That reliability is what separates a good camera from a great one, especially in a compact body where every missed shot feels more noticeable. Specs are one thing, but user experience is a whole different game. Let's talk about video, because this is where expectations have changed dramatically over the last few years. The older model delivered solid 4K recording, but today's creators want more flexibility. The leaks suggest higher frame rates, smoother motion, and improved stabilization powered by smarter processing. There is also talk about support for richer color depth and more advanced recording options. If those rumors hold true, the RX 108 could become a very capable tool for vloggers and travel creators who want professional-looking footage without carrying a large camera setup. Here's the part many people will appreciate. Despite all these upgrades, the body is expected to stay almost the same size. Still compact, still pocketable, still easy to carry anywhere. That has always been the magic of this series. You get serious camera performance in something that fits in your jacket pocket. And from what we're hearing, battery life may finally improve as well. A longer-lasting battery might not sound exciting on paper, but in daily use, it makes a huge difference. Fewer interruptions, more shooting time, less frustration. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Price, because this is where things can either go very right or very wrong. The previous model launched at a premium price that surprised many buyers, and in today's market, that decision matters even more. If Sony keeps the price within a reasonable range, this camera could dominate the premium compact category again. But if the price climbs too high, buyers might start looking at larger cameras that offer more features for similar money. Here's where the debate gets juicy. Performance alone is not enough. Value always wins. So what do we know right now? The Sony RX 108 looks like a serious comeback. Better sensor performance, smarter autofocus, stronger video capabilities, and the same pocket-friendly design that made the series famous. Nothing is officially confirmed yet, but the direction feels promising. And honestly, after 6 years of waiting, expectations are higher than ever. The real question now is simple. Will Sony deliver a true upgrade or just a polished refresh? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on every leak and announcement, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss what comes next.